Hello and welcome to album pickups for March 2019. Now this is quite an interesting album pickups as every album, only two, but every album we picked up this month has come out in this month and this year. So it's a album pickups of entirely new albums. So our first one we got, and the one that came out first out of all of them, was the new album from Snarky Puppy, Immigrance, however you want to pronounce it. A bit of an interesting play on words. Really odd, cool, weird looking album cover here. But what are the songs on the actual album like? Well, it's a bit of a weird one, I'll be honest. It's kind of not my favourite Snarky Puppy album. I kind of prefer the one that came before it, Culture Vulture. It's a very, very jammy album, so, by that I mean there's a lot more sort of, there's tracks that follow a sort of a jamming style, rather than having a sort of main piece with a main motif or a head, if you can use proper jazz terminology, that it goes around, it's quite sort of strong melody, then there's lots of big soloing. It's all sort of just jammy and improv the whole way through, which, well, I normally quite like, but I do like to have a bit more sort of strong melodic structure in there at the same time, so for me it's kind of not their best, not a bad album, just it's okay. But then came the album that I've been looking for even more than that. It's the new album by Devin Townsend, Empath. Empath. How do you want to pronounce it? I can't pronounce either album, it seems. I absolutely adore the music by Devin Townsend, and this album is definitely not a disappointment. I would say, unlike the Snarky Puppy album, where it sort of didn't do quite as well as the previous album, I would say that this one actually did quite a bit better. And I really like Transcendence. That's a bloody good album by Devin Townsend, but this one is just phenomenal. It's, once again, it's a sort of different approach to other stuff where he wants to explore sort of a lot of the different musical styles he does in sort of one album without there having to be sort of an overarching theme. So if you're familiar with his work at all, you know how he used to be in a band called Strapping Young Lad, where he'd do a lot of his more sort of over-the-top extreme stuff, and have some of his sort of, not softer, but, you know, less extreme stuff on his Devin Townsend bands and projects and stuff. With this album, it's his sort of odd use of choral work, odd in a good way, I really like it. His metal, his sort of softer side, his sort of overly extreme. There's I feel like some of almost his heaviest music, synth strapping, is on this album in parts. It's quite a heavy, mental, weird album. It's actually really lovely to listen to. I think I might be do a review on the channel for this album as well, actually. Seriously, if you like Devin Townsend at all, or have ever listened to him, or just simply like anything proggy, then this is definitely worth a pickup. He is someone who is far, far away from, you know, reaching his pinnacle. He's still going. He's been doing albums like this since sort of I think the mid to late 90s. And you know, unlike some people that have had his longevity, where sort of some of the later output starts to drop off a bit, this album is really, really strong. It's really good. So that's what I picked up for this month. Keep an eye out for other videos I'll be uploading at the same time, but if not, then there'll be another album pickups video next month, assuming I buy an album in between. And yep, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.